Alright guys, Joe Photo here. I just wanted to talk to you guys about my experience so far here in France. Well, I wanted to do a first 48 video on my experience here in France, pretty much black in France. I'm not in the minds of the French people here, and also I don't speak French, so maybe that's something as well. But from my experience, racism itself doesn't seem to be as prominent here. When people may analyze you or look at you differently when they first see you as a black male walking in amongst other people, because I have a lot of different friends from different countries, different nationalities. So there have been a lot of instances where might be the only one of my pigment or melanin in the group, and I'll notice that through the greeting process, a bit of a difference. I haven't noticed that very much here. I have noticed a bit of curiosity, and I have noticed, of course, an awareness, but not quite that tension. Also, the windows here. The windows here in France are very different. They open up like this. And of course, you know, we have windows that open up that way as well. Although one thing that I definitely see that I don't see as much in America. You guys hear that? And every house that I've been in France had an apartment and hotel has either a outer window that closes like this, or that comes down like this. And a lot of the newer houses, like the one I'm in now, there's an automatic. And it's actually really nice, especially if you want to get some nice shut-eye, because it cancels out all of the sunlight. I always kind of said, or thought in my head, like, zombie apocalypse, okay, I'm shooting the France. It's pretty secure. And I asked about it, and it's just a traditional thing. It's just something that happened to stay with the culture. I don't see windows like this very much in America, if at all. Definitely, there's a big, huge difference in food. Here, they eat a lot of frog legs, and not that they eat a lot of it, but on the menu it'll be a typical thing to see frog legs or snail or you know, a veal or duck. Of course, we eat things like that in America, although it's not as mainstream as it seems to be here. As far as like longboarders, skateboarders, guys, yeah, people who ride skateboards out here. The one thing that really kind of was funny to me though is those little, you know, the skateboard things that you kind of kick on. I don't know even know what the name of that thing is. Like kids love that, people love that. It's really catches on. It's actually more popular than the typical skateboard. And they have the skate parks, and the kids they jump and they actually do tricks on those things. I didn't know you could even do tricks on them. I thought it was just more or less for kids. But that was actually really interesting too. While I'm talking about being black in America, an easy contrast or an easy comparison, in my opinion, is being kind of Middle Eastern in France is kind of like being black in America, if that makes sense. A lot of the, I don't want to say a lot of the crime, but without just saying it, but from the feedback that I've been hearing, a lot of the issues or crimes will revolve around a lot of the Arabic people that are here or that came here or that were born here. And I actually kind of managed to see like a few guys that they'll kind of hang out in the train stations or whatever. And you know, I'm coming from Atlanta, Georgia, and you know, I got a little bit of experience in certain trenches or areas. It didn't really surprise me too much, but it's quite odd to see, you know, like a little Arabic kid. Their hustle is a little bit different. Like they'll have a kid, he'll like wait outside of the, at the gate where people leave out, and he'll get the tickets from the people. And then when people are coming back through, he'll sell the tickets back to the people that want to come in for $1, €1 each. I thought that was pretty interesting, because while the young kid was doing that, I kind of looked to the side, and there's an older kid looking over him. looked like his older brother or something. And also a lot of people like kind of asking for money or whatnot. I hear that sometimes they'll snatch things or run. Although I do believe that they target sometimes easy targets. They'll go for easy targets. So I haven't had an experience there. I haven't had any experience like that yet, and hopefully I don't. Yeah, as far as the criminal side of things, it is kind of like a bit more organized, or kind of like a mafia side to it. Kind of the way it was explained to me is the kid will start off receiving tickets at the train station and reselling them, and then at one point he'll be the guy watching over the younger guy with the tickets, and then they'll move on to something higher like pimping or whatnot. So it's a bit organized, and the way it was explained to me is that it's all kind of within the family. So I'm not sure how interested people are in that, but it really did kind of interest me to see how that was structured. The flight over, probably about 12, 14 hours. We stopped through Portugal. I just knocked out on the flight. Personally, I don't have any issue flying on the plane. Didn't really have any problem with getting into the country beyond long lines. Of course, with all the bombings, actually in the time that I've been out here, there's been the bombing in Nice, spelled N-I-C-E. And so that really did kind of ruffle my feathers a bit being out here, just because it's it's a different form, criminal or danger that I've never really dealt with. I've never really had much of a fear of someone sporadically just for no reason coming in and shooting me and because of some religious reason or exploding or a bomb or something like that. They're not as trigger happy here, the police officers, as they are, of course, in America. I actually did see one. There actually was one circumstance where my girlfriend was inside of the McDonald's, and the police, there's about 3 of them, they ran into the McDonald's, and one of them had what I thought was a gun until I really kind of looked at it and thought about it. It was a beanbag gun. And he kind of had it out. He's brandishing it as he ran into the McDonald's. So I just ran in behind him, and I grabbed my girlfriend and like took her outside. And I caused such a scene, as well as them causing a scene, that people started to leave as well, because I was just kind of thinking in my head, man, I'm here in France. I'm not about to take any chances. This guy's running in with a beanbag gun. I'm about to get my girl and get out of here because I don't know if something's about to explode. But I haven't seen anything like that. It's a very peaceful country, very nice society, just great people. I'm going to be here for about a month and a half. I've already been here for about 3 weeks, and I have been craving like a nice, Philly cheesesteak with some lemon pepper wings or something like that. But the food here is very healthy as well. It's very organic. Some of the fruits and vegetables do have like a unique taste to them, or a difference in taste. Oh, just to give it kind of like a contrast and comparison, my friend Ashton, he works over at a swimming pool, and it's like a public swimming pool and whatnot. So a lot of people come there, and my experience at a swimming pool, you'll see people jumping in the water. They'll tell you don't jump in the water. You'll see people swimming, people wrestling, people having fun, people wilding out at the swimming pool, and guys talking to girls, people vibing out, people having fun, and like people are very active. It was not the case here when I went to one of the public pools. I went there and people were just kind of floating in the. I actually went to a spa where it had a huge indoor and outdoor pool, and there were a lot of people there, and people were just floating there. They weren't really too active or moving around. Guys here are not as aggressive as the guys in America. So the guys were just kind of floating, the girls were just kind of floating, everybody was just kind of in their own zone. And that's kind of the vibe here. Oh, also in closing, one thing, I went to the movie theater, and I'm at the movie theater, and I went to watch, I think it was Nice Guys. It's pretty funny, it's a good movie, if you like kind of like that goofy action. So I was there and watching a movie or whatnot, and we had to go to a certain particular theater to watch it in English, but there were probably about 30, 35 people there, but a majority of them were French. Why they watch it in English if they're French, I'm guessing is because they just want to get a feel for the original the original cut. Because sometimes they'll change the languages or whatever, and it'll be like a different voice or off voice, or maybe change the joke itself all around, you know. But anyway, so I'm in the movie theater, and I'm laughing, you know, because it's a good movie. And every single time, like, it's a funny part, you know. In America, everybody in the movie theater is laughing. There's always that one person, like, in the back laughing too loud or doing too much, you know. And actually, in France, I watched that entire movie, and I was the only person laughing out loud. I'm almost pretty sure that nobody's really had that experience in America, but the way it was explained to me is that people are not as expressive, and I guess they would try and be overly polite by not laughing out loud, but that really kind of sent me for a swing. In the beginning, I was kind of taken back in the movie theater because I'm laughing, and I'm like, oh God, nobody else is laughing. Do they not think it's funny? And then I'm like, you know what? Forget it, man. I paid my money. I'm gonna watch this movie and I'm gonna laugh. Like, so it was a hilarious movie, but I was the only person in there laughing. Overall, really enjoyed my experience here. It's definitely something to check out. A lot of culture here, a lot of beautiful people, a lot of beautiful women, a nice society, very eye-opening. It's always been my experience that when I go to a new area, I take something back from it. And something that I would take from France is a level of humbleness, peacefulness, and being content. The people here seem very content within themselves, and the society is really nice as to doing the right thing and trying to do the best by each other and for each other. So that's pretty much my experience so far. Guys, let me know what you think. Comment in the comment box below. Like, subscribe, you know, all that. Joe Photo with Iconic Fit, logging out.